Again, just to remind everybody, this would be the fourth indictment that the former president had been part of. And what makes this different, and how much of a challenge will it be for Trump's legal team?
Some big questions. Well, as a starting point, one thing that people really underestimate or they miss is how hard it is to defend a multi-front war in criminal defense. I've done it myself personally. It is very, very challenging to represent a client who's facing criminal indictment on multiple fronts. Because while the prosecutor, in this case, Fani Willis and her team, can focus like a laser on what they need to do to get a conviction, Trump's team has to balance a bunch of different competing concerns. In other words, if he makes a decision in this case, that can impact the other cases. The indictment she brings could have an impact, for example, on witnesses who might testify elsewhere. So definitely a challenge for his team. They've got a very compressed schedule to try to, prepare for trial on multiple fronts. Also, this is an indictment that, Trump cannot easily do away with if he gets elected president. There's a pardon process in Georgia that would not involve certainly the president of the United States. It wouldn't even involve directly the governor of Georgia. So, there'd be a pardon board that he'd essentially go to. He couldn't, and the attorney general of the United States, who might be appointed by future President Trump, couldn't get rid of that investigation directly. So that's one challenge. And this is also, unlike that Manhattan case, which is also not a federal case, this involves the core conduct in his presidency. This is truly charging him with this conduct while president. A historic indictment, the first state indictment, charging a president of the United States with trying to subvert an election, trying to subvert the constitutional process and the peaceful transfer of power. So it's a historic indictment. It's going to be a big challenge, and it's just yet another thing for Trump's defense team to try to deal with.